You know that feeling when you do something you think is kind, but afterwards you just feel kind of small? Well, today we're going to get into that. We're diving into those sneaky, everyday habits that look like you're just being nice, but are actually quietly chipping away at your self-respect.
All right, let's just get right to it with a tough question. Are your kind habits actually making you look weak? I know, it's a bit of a provocative thought, isn't it? But it really gets to the core of what we're talking about today. All those subtle ways you might be giving your power away and not even know it.
And this quote, man, it just sums it all up perfectly. Respect isn't gained by giving in. It's gained by setting boundaries. Just let that sink in for a second. This has nothing to do with being aggressive or mean. It's all about knowing your own value and standing by it.
Okay, so here's the game plan for today. We're going to look at what I call the respect paradox, then break down some really harmful communication habits and self-sabotaging mindsets. After that, we'll tackle unhealthy relationship dynamics, and finally, put it all together to talk about building a real foundation of respect.
All right, let's dive into our first section, harmful communication habits. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, right? The actual words coming out of our mouths can either build us up or tear us down in the eyes of everyone around us.
Okay, number one, and this is a big one. Stop over-explaining yourself. You know what I mean. You make a decision, and then you feel this need to give a whole laundry list of reasons why. It feels like you're just being clear, but what you're really doing is signaling a lack of confidence. It's like you're afraid your decision can't stand on its own. And the worst part? It basically invites people to argue with you, to poke holes in your logic.
And that's the key, right there. A simple, firm no is a complete sentence. It screams confidence. But a whole mountain of excuses? That just screams doubt and makes you look like you don't even believe in your own choice.
All right, next up, let's talk about that little 5-letter word, sorry. How often do you use it? Are you apologizing just for having an opinion? Or for, what, taking up space? Every time you say sorry for something that doesn't need an apology, you're sending a message, loud and clear. I feel like I'm in the way. I don't really deserve to be here.
Now, habit number 3. This one can be really tough, but it is so important. You can't stay silent when you're disrespected. Think about it. Someone makes a nasty comment and you just let it go. You think you're taking the high road, right? But what you're really doing is handing them a permission slip to do it again. We do it to avoid a fight, but all that silence does is teach people that your boundaries don't matter. Speaking up isn't about picking a fight, it's about showing them and yourself that you have value. So, we've talked about how our words can impact respect, but what about the thoughts fueling those words? That's what brings us to our next section, self-sabotaging mindsets. This is all about those internal battles that honestly can destroy our self-worth before we even say a single word. All right, number 4. Don't always make yourself the punchline. Look, a little self-deprecating humor here and there, totally fine. It can be funny. But if you are constantly the butt of your own jokes, it stops being humor. It starts sending a very clear signal to everyone listening that you don't really think much of yourself. And trust me, people can absolutely tell the difference between a quick, lighthearted jab and low self-esteem trying to disguise itself as a joke. And that leads us right into number 5. Stop seeking validation from everyone else. When your entire life is about getting other people's approval, you're basically handing them the remote control to your own happiness. It's like you're living in this invisible prison where the guards are everyone else's opinions. And while you're busy trying to please all of them, you completely lose sight of who you actually are.
But here's the game changer. What if, instead of constantly looking out there for approval, you started looking in here? The real secret is building your confidence based on your own values. When you do that, you create this rock-solid foundation of self-assurance that nobody, and I mean nobody, can ever take away from you.
Okay, number 6 is a trap so many of us fall into, downplaying our own achievements. You do something amazing, someone compliments you, and you immediately say, oh, it was nothing. That's not being humble, my friend. That is straight-up self-dismissal. You are literally teaching people that your hard work is no big deal and that they shouldn't take you seriously. You gotta own your success. You earned it.
Now, it's pretty obvious that these internal mindsets are going to spill over into how we deal with other people, right? And that brings us perfectly to section 3, unhealthy relationship dynamics. This is where we really get into redrawing the lines with the people in our lives. So, let's ask a question. Are you everyone's therapist, the one person everyone runs to with all their drama? Look, being empathetic is an amazing quality, but there's a huge difference between being a supportive friend and being an emotional dumping ground. If you're just constantly soaking up everyone else's negativity, all that happens is you get completely drained, and guess what? Their problems don't get fixed. It is not your job to fix everybody.
And on a similar note, you have to know when to stop supporting ungrateful people. Come on, we all know at least one person like this. They only ever call when they need something. If you are always the giver and they are always the taker, that isn't a friendship. Let's be real, you're being used. True kindness, true generosity, it's got to be a two-way street.
And you know what? All of this isn't just about what you say or do. It's about how you physically carry yourself. That's habit number 9, your body language. Just look at the difference. On one side, you've got slumped shoulders, avoiding eye contact. That just screams insecurity. It's an open invitation for people to walk all over you. But on the other side, standing tall, looking people in the eye, speaking firmly, you're communicating confidence and setting a boundary of respect before you've even said a word.
Okay, so let's pull all these pieces together. We're talking about the foundation of respect. And the key isn't about becoming some totally different person. It's about fundamentally changing how you value the person you already are.
And this next thought, this is really the core of everything we've talked about. Kindness that comes at the expense of yourself isn't actually kindness. It's self-neglect. Plain and simple. It sends a quiet little signal to the world that says, hey, if I don't respect me, why should you?
And that, right there, is the most empowering takeaway of all. Real respect isn't something you just wait around for other people to hand you. It's a decision. It's a choice you make. And it starts the absolute second you decide that you are worthy of your own dignity.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question. Out of all these habits, which one really hit home for you? Which is the one that you're going to commit to dropping, starting right now? Let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And hey, if this was helpful, do us a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more explainers just like this one. Thanks for watching.